biggest request we get from our viewers, that's you, is to do longer term reviews of the vehicles we test, or at the very least, comment on their long-term durability. Most of the time, for obvious reasons, that's impossible. Two of the biggest reasons are, first, we only comment on our own experiences. We never regurgitate information we've read somewhere else. Our thoughts and opinions are our own, which is why you can trust them. And second, oftentimes the vehicle we're testing hasn't even been available for a full year. Today, though, I've got an interesting opportunity to test a vehicle that has truly been put through its paces. This 2020 Maverick Sport Max has been passed from media outlet to media outlet all across North America for the past year and has racked up an impressive 2,400 kilometers or just under 1,500 miles. Anyone who's ever been present during a media test knows we don't baby these things, we ride them hard. So a test mule like this one, with as many miles as it has, will give us a good idea of just how durable the Maverick Sport Max really is. Before we go any further, let's do a real quick overview of what makes up a Maverick Sport Max, then we'll move on to my impressions. Obviously, the Sport Max is a stretched version of the Maverick Sport. There's only one Sport Max model available for 2021. It has DPS and it comes in black. The version we have here also has DPS but was available in orange in 2020. Just like all the other Maverick Sport models, this one is powered by a 976cc V-twin that pumps out 100 claimed horsepower. It rides on double A-arms front and rear that yield a very well-balanced 12.5 inches of travel up front and 13 inches out back, all damped by a set of Fox Podium 2.0 QS3 shocks. The QRS Quick Response CV transmission with electronic belt protection drives power through a high-low gearbox into Can-Am's Visco-Lock QE or Quick Engagement front differential. Multiple drive modes and active descent control and DPS power steering are standard, as are 27-inch Maxxis Bighorn 2.0 tires wrapped around 12-inch aluminum rims front and rear. A front bumper, skid plates, half doors, and mudguards round out the Sport DPS package. Obviously, this Maverick model is absolutely loaded with Can-Am accessories. In fact, I don't think I've ever tested a side-by-side with more accessories than this one has. But just to be clear, these accessories are not included with a new Maverick. Now that we understand what this unit is made of, let's head out on the trail and see how it performs after more than a year of hard running. The first thing I noticed about this Maverick having the mileage on it that it does is that it does not have a lot of squeaks and rattles or strange noises. The few that it does seem to have, they seem to me to be coming more from the accessories than the actual base platform. Likewise, the steering feels as tight as the day it was built. Oftentimes, after this many miles, a side-by-side or ATV can develop some play in the steering. It's very common, but on this Maverick, there doesn't seem to be any. The motor itself runs great after all these miles, but I wouldn't say it feels exceptionally powerful even in sport mode. Can-Am claims it makes 100 horsepower, and I have no reason to doubt that. But where many other Can-Am Maverick models have power delivery I feel is excessively abrupt or jumpy, I actually feel the power delivery on this Maverick Sport is on the soft side, especially when compared to its biggest competitor, the Razor 1000S. Now with that said, the power delivery is extremely smooth and easy to control, which is great for keeping your passengers comfortable in a 4-seat side-by-side. After 2,400 kilometers, you might start to think a vehicle that gets used off-road like this one would start to look worn out, or at least show some significant signs of use or wear, especially on the inside. However, this is simply not the case. This unit shows almost no signs of wear or excessive use at all inside or out, which in my opinion is impressive to say the least. I talked about how the steering doesn't seem to have developed any looseness or play at all. The same goes for the suspension. There aren't any rattles or clunky noises coming from worn out bushings or pivot points. The shocks are excellent and, if anything, feel like they're actually more plush after 2,400 kilometers than how they feel on a brand new unit. Overall, I have to say that I am very impressed with how this Can-Am Maverick has held up after 2,400 kilometers. And I think this is the type of info you guys have been looking for. Does it start to feel loose or rattly? Does it develop play in areas it shouldn't? Does it start to look worn out or show excessive signs of wear? In this case, to all of these questions, the answer is no. It feels almost as good as a brand new unit, and I really can't think of anything to complain about in terms of its age or how it's held up after 1,500 miles. Which leaves me only one conclusion to come to. If you're in the market for a 4-seat sport side-by-side and you want something you know will still look and feel new after a couple seasons of use, Can-Am's Maverick Sport Max should be at the top of your list. It's impressed me big time, and I'm more than confident it's going to impress you exactly the same way.